So in conclusion, we have gone through the 6-bucket methodology of classifying solutions so as to help you in terms of assessing the viability of your proposed solution to make it easier for you. We have only provided you with 6 buckets. You may think of a 7th or an 8th. Be our guest to come up with new buckets. And also keep in mind that some innovations will fall into multiple buckets. For example, the specimen radiography system that I mentioned to you in another video probably covers several of these buckets. So for example, our first bucket, feeling the customer pain. What was the customer pain for the specimen radiography system? And touching back on the end user versus the payer. So from the payer's point of view, the pain was that while the specimen is taken up to radiology and they take a radiograph, an image of the specimen, the surgeon and the surgical team are basically waiting to close the patient, because the decision to close the patient depends on what the results of the radiology assessment of the specimen will show. So by acquiring the radiograph right there in the operating room, transmitting that image to the radiologist electronically, and then getting the feedback instantly saves several minutes of operating room time, and hospital administrators and purchasing decision makers know what the cost of a operating room minute is, and that's the kind of calculus they would go through to determine the value that our specimen radiography system provided in exchange for the value that we were providing the hospital. In terms of trend recognition, at the time that we introduced this product, there was an initial movement from film to digital radiographs, and so we were looking for the smallest imaging area application, because the digital detectors were small at that time as compared to film, that would provide the highest value, and we concluded that excise specimens being small was a great fit into an emerging market of larger and larger area digital detectors that were replacing film. So we deployed some aspects of feeling the customer pain, some aspects of trend recognition. We already mentioned that we applied niches to riches, starting off with excise specimens as opposed to patients was our niches to riches strategy. Definitely systems integration aspects. We purchased lots of components and put them together and glued them together with software, and of course a better mousetrap in terms of better performance, cheaper, faster, more usable. How many of these buckets does your innovation cover?